Welcome to LFC Transfer Hub. Mark Guehi transfer news. Liverpool target must stay at Crystal Palace for Conference League tie, says Oliver Glasner. Liverpool are interested in signing Guehi, who has entered the final year of his contract, while Isak is set to move to Arsenal after the clubs agreed a £67.5 million deal on Wednesday. Glasner admitted that Palace knew there was a high chance that Isak would leave this summer and that we missed replacing him early. That's completely our fault and nobody else's fault. With less than 2 weeks of the window to go, a blunt Glasner also added, "We are very, very late. There's 10 days to go until the transfer window closes to find the right replacements. I think we could have done much better than we did." It's no criticism. It's just telling facts. Guehi started and captained Palace to a 1-0 victory in the first leg of their Conference League tie against Fredrikstad on Thursday night. But the registration deadline has since passed, meaning no new signings can feature in the second leg next week. Glasner joked he is considering filling in at centre-back if Guehi were to leave before the match on August 28th, for days before the window closes on September 1st, amid his concerns over the lack of depth in his squad. Today, we had 17 on-field players available. 1 from the academy, 2 players we already told that they should leave the club. So that means we're with 14 and having 6 games from the 10th of August until the 31st. This group, I know we can rely on them. I trust them completely. But it's really not the best way you should start into the season. With the results, 3rd game, no defeat, that's all good. But I think we are below the edge. I just know if Mark leaves and is not available for Fredrikstad, we will have big troubles. That's pretty clear. We can't register anyone. So from my side, he has to stay. We played with Jeff Lerma in the back today. He's a midfield player. We have no centre-back available at the moment. If Mark leaves, I will try my boots because I was a centre-back, and this could be a good option. I will think about it. But in contrast, Parrish said, if Mark wants to sign a contract, then he can stay. It is a difficult situation. If you are in Europe, the financial rules are a lot tighter than in the Premier League. Players leaving on a free is not ideal. We will have to look at it over the next 11 days. Not replacing Isak sooner is our fault. Glasner also hit out at Palace over not replacing Isak sooner. I can't do anything. I can't sign the players. I can't sign a player's contract. So we have to act. We need this. This is Crystal Palace's future, he said. We need to add not numbers. It's easy to add 10 numbers. We need the right players. The profile is defined for months. It's not surprising for everyone that EBS left. Honestly, it's not surprising. 5 days earlier, we couldn't have done anything if he leaves. We knew that the chance was very high that this would happen. Honestly, and I say it like it is, we missed replacing him early enough. That's completely our fault and nobody else's fault. We will look to get the quality we can. On Isak's departure, Parrish added, we have to move past it. He has been fantastic for us and we are pleased he will go on to fulfill his ambitions. We have to find other players to support the team and Oliver Glasner. We will bring in players, it is about finding the right players. I don't think Oliver wants too many. I think it is the right number. It is about getting the balance right, we are a bit thin anyway. We are working on what we are working on and will look to get the quality we can. We are very lucky with Oliver because he is very involved. He is a very data-driven manager. He is very specific about what he wants. Eddie Howe confirms Alexander Isak decision as Liverpool transfer saga end in sight. Eddie Howe has admitted an end to the Alexander Isak transfer saga is in sight as he confirmed the one-away striker would be absent for Newcastle United's clash with Liverpool on Monday night. The Swede has made it clear he wants to leave the club and is currently training on his own. Isak made headlines earlier this week when he released a statement on Instagram, moments after he was confirmed as being named in the PFA's Team of the Year for last season, insisting that his Newcastle career was over, citing broken promises behind the scenes. That was followed by a Magpies statement later that night expressing disappointment in his actions and claiming he would be likely to stay put at St. James Park. Liverpool had a £110 million bid rejected by Newcastle earlier this month and are understood to be ready to return to the table should they be given encouragement from the northeast that a deal could be possible. And with the Reds traveling to St. James Park on Monday night, Howe has confirmed that Isak will again be absent, as he offered an update on his star forward's future. The club has to act in the best interests of Newcastle United. It will do that in every situation, Howe said at his pre-match press conference. I think it is a lose-slash-lose situation to a degree for us because I don't think we can come out of this winning in any situation. And that's why I've said all summer it's a difficult situation for the club to manage. We love Alex in the sense of what he's done for the football club since he's been here, what he's contributed, what he's given, how professional he's been. This has just been an unfortunate few months. It looks like it is coming to an end, or it will come to an end pretty quickly and then we can focus on the football again. There has been no change. No, he won't be part of the squad for this weekend's game. My preference for these things is it doesn't happen publicly because I think everything is better dealt with behind closed doors. But needs must, and this situation the club has spoken, and probably justifiably so in that moment. Meanwhile, Howe also reiterated his desire for Isak to still be reintegrated back into the Newcastle squad. Yeah, of course, I still hope he can be reintegrated into the squad, he said. He's contracted to us, he's our player. My wish is that he would be playing on Monday night with us. But he won't be, and that is regrettable at this moment. But 100% I want to see him back in a Newcastle shirt. I think that's probably a conversation for another day. How do you integrate Isak? At the moment, that is not an option for us. Rather than talk hypotheticals, I'd rather talk when we get there, when we get to that point. Then of course we'll enter that phase and see what we need to do to try and get the best for Alex, get the best for the team, which is always the priority. But until that point, I think we're best focusing on the players we have available for the next game. Eddie Howe breaks silence on Alexander Isak transfer request after Liverpool bid. Not going to deny that. Eddie Howe has confirmed that he spoke to Alexander Isak about the one-away striker's Newcastle United future at the end of last season. But the Magpies manager has refused to reveal with Isak had asked to leave the club. The 25-year-old broke his silence about his future earlier this week as he hid out at the Magpies, releasing a statement on Instagram moments after he was confirmed as being named in the PFA's Team of the Year for last season. Isak insisted that his Newcastle career was over, citing broken promises behind the scenes. The Swede has not featured for the Magpies throughout the summer and is currently training on his own as he holds out for a move to Liverpool. The Reds had a £110 million bid rejected by Newcastle earlier this month and are understood to be ready to return to the table should they be given encouragement from the northeast that a deal could be possible. However, following Isak's statement, the Magpies released an official club statement of their own expressing disappointment in his actions and claiming he would be likely to stay put at St. James Park. It had been suggested that the broken promises Isak alluded to were with regards to being told he would be free to leave the club. And while Howe confirmed that he had held conversations with the player about his future, he refused to reveal whether Isak had asked to leave the club before the end of last season. Yeah, me and Alex had conversations towards the end of the season, he admitted. Yes, I am not going to sit here and deny that. I have always said that individual conversations are better off remaining private. But we had conversations at the end of the season. But I have had conversations with him near enough every day when he's here at the training ground. That wouldn't be abnormal. But yes, we had discussions about his future. Meanwhile, Howe also shared his disappointment at the transfer saga being played out publicly following the statements from both Isak and the club. I think my emotion was one of disappointment in the respect that these things are being made public, he said. For me, all of these things should ideally be face-to-face, club and player. The public, yes, it's great for you guys, it's great news, but it doesn't reflect well on us or Alex. That would be my preference, it always is on these things. But in the modern-day world, that's sort of what happens. From the club's perspective, they felt they had to act and reply. But for me, it's a sad moment trying to deal with it all. The club have had a very strong stance regarding Alex's situation all summer. Obviously, there has been a lot of communication between the football club and Alex and his representatives that I have not been a part of. Thanks for watching. Like and comment and subscribe.